Holy shit. Sakura did something. Sakura did something. She was useful. Not professional. What is up, guys? Forgotten Dream here, bring you another Naruto chapter review. Today we're reviewing Naruto chapter 689. And I must say, this was an interesting chapter. The chapter starts off with, we're still looking at Kakashi Susanoo. And I like to see, I didn't realize in the last chapter, but it actually has like a scar on the left eye, like Kakashi actually has. Which is nice, I thought it was a copy of Sasuke's. I guess it's like a half copy of Sasuke's in a sense. But we get a, like I said, the chapter starts up there, and we see Sakura finally questioning how does Kakashi have both shurikans. He's not supposed to have this. But before that, Kaguya in her D form, I'm just gonna call it her deformed Jubi form, because that's what it is, I guess, technically, starts to send out the white hands again at Kakashi Susanoo, and his counter method is he created these shurikans in the form of his Mangekyo design, which are infused with the power of, Kamui, which he sends flying at the arm, sending them to different dimensions. And on a side note, it looks like we got a sort of explanation on how Kakashi has this much chakra to do what he is doing as a non-Uchiha. He says that thanks to Rikudo's chakra, it gave him more strength. When did he get Rikudo's chakra? My explanation is when Naruto, gave him back his eye using, the Sage's power. That's is what Kishimoto is using to explain this. Just my guess. Like I said, he uses the Kamui. They're not really. They're shurikens, but I was thinking of a different word. Something they've been using for the Kamui, not Kamui, but the Susanoo projectiles. Something for M. But he sent the shuriken, sent him to a different dimension, and we get Naruto just fanboying Kakashi out the ass, like that he is even cooler, that his Susanoo is even cooler than Sasuke's, which is funny. But we see that to stabilize herself, chakra is erupting from the ground and entering the deformed Jubi, materializing into one of the Sage's balls, one of the truth-seeking balls, I believe is what they're called. Like basically one of the balls on Naruto's back, but in the bigger form. Basically, because we get an explanation from Black Zetsu, because this is the center dimension connected to all of her other dimensions in the real world, it can drain the chakra from the people who are trapped in the infinite Tsukuyomi, and that's what she's using to stabilize herself and rematerialize in her human form, and to create this gigantic Sage ball, which is literally literally the size of a spirit bomb. It's gigantic, and according to Black Zetsu, it has a combination of all the all the elemental chakras have. He has fire, water, electric, earth. Oddly, he says wood, which I thought wood was a combination of water and earth. I could have swore that's what Yamato said at one point in this series. I don't even know anymore. But he says wood. He says, and of course, yin and yang. He also said it has all the blood limits, which I believe he just talking about, the Kekkei Genkais filled into this gigantic Sage ball. And we get some comedic relief as normal from Naruto, talking about it's like one of the it's like one of the balls on my back. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something. And we get Sasuke saying, no, it's completely different. It's getting bigger and bigger. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something. and we get a note from Kakashi that not even he is able to Kamui this away. that it's on such a huge scale that he can't do it even with both eyes. Which you gotta take, you gotta take this in, because Kakashi with only one eye, Kamui back and forth the Hachibi, the eight tails. He Kamui that, and the eight tails is big compared to a human. Like, if we're being completely honest, I think it's huge. This thing is on a whole nother scale. Something he can't Kamui even with both eyes. That means a lot. And we see Black Zetsu says this is the start of, creating a new dimension, and that everybody here will be her sacrifice for it, which is horrible. Not nice. You jerk. But we see Kakashi taking back action. He taking action. He says, "I'm back in command now, bitch." Okay, he didn't say bitch, but you know what I meant. He started giving orders like, we gotta work together, and this is gonna be Team 7's quote unquote last mission, and their last mission is to save the world, which I like, because it's nostalgia. Like, we had this moment with Madara when he said, they gotta use teamwork, and Madara shut them down. Shut them down quick. But in this chapter, they actually got to use teamwork, and like I said, it was nostalgia. But after this, we get a whole, cliche villain rant from Kaguya talking about, I'm immortal, so all I gotta do is kill either Sasuke or Naruto, and once you're dead, you can't seal me. So who should I kill? And the moment she said that, Naruto clones go into defense position. They surround Sasuke and Naruto so fast, and Naruto is pushing one of the clones out of the way like, she is my opponent. Like, get out my way, idiot. and like, Sasuke is using logic like, no, we have to attack her together. And his plan is to have Naruto go flying at her, and he will jump using his eye technique, so they can seal her. And while they're doing this, Kaguya uses her, I'm gonna call them her Kimimaro bones, because that's what they are, I guess. And she starts sending them at Kakashi, and Kakashi knows that these bones are faster than normal. And we get a little side note from Black Zetsu saying that because of the chakra she absorbed, her strength and speed are now, are even more powerful. I don't want to use more powerful. Basically, from absorbing the chakra, she gained even more strength and speed compared to, the prior, her prior forms, I guess. Not even forms, but the prior battles they had. She's much stronger and faster. And the Kimimaro bones are even, are able to pierce right through Kakashi's perfect Susanoo, just cracking it. And we see one of the bones pierce Kakashi. Now, if you thought for some odd reason that Kakashi actually got hit by this, you deserve to be slapped. Like, don't you dare lie to me and tell me that you actually thought that happened. Like, for real. For some reason, Black Zetsu was shocked that Kakashi phased right through the Kimimaro bone. Like, why are you shocked at this? This man pulled out a perfect Susanoo. Why are you shocked he phased through a bone? Ah! Yes, he phased right through it, and he compliments Obito. He's like, you're right. Being able to go through objects is a pretty sweet ability, and apparently, having both Kamui gave rebirth to Lightning Blade, like a whole new Lightning Blade. Like, in this panel, we see Kakashi using a black Lightning Blade, which is something we only seen Sasuke use. So he taking all of Sasuke's technique. Like, he didn't even see him use this, and he just taking it. Granted, I don't know how this Kamui Lightning Blade works, what made it so different, but it looks cool. The design is amazing. And basically, he just falls right through his own Susanoo with the Kamui Lightning Blade, going straight down, cuts right through Kaguya's right arm. It doesn't cut it off. It leaves a big gash in it, but it doesn't cut it off, and he just goes right through her. And also, I forgot to mention, when she rematerialized, she grew a whole new left arm. So there's that. So the left arm that's on the ground is still there with Black Zetsu attached to it. It's just she had another one. And it's funny because in this moment when Kakashi pierces, Black Zetsu's face is just priceless, and he's freaking out like, "Mom!" Like, oh no, her right arm. And in this moment of falling due to being pierced by Kakashi, we see Naruto and Sasuke both reaching out to, seal her. And she extends her left arm to shoot out, one of the Kimimaro bones at Naruto. And at the same moment, Black Zetsu, I don't know if Black Zetsu controlling this or Kaguya herself. I believe it's Black Zetsu because it'd be weird that she can control her arm that got cut off. But we see Black Zetsu on the ground open another portal on the right of Kaguya. And the left hand that he's still attached to is releasing one of the bones to be shot. And the portal, like I said, appears to the right of her, and she notices. Like I said, she fires the bone out her left arm that's attached to her body. This all is going to be so confusing. I apologize. The arm that her arm that she is attached to. I'm just going to say her arm and Black Zetsu arm. That's how I'm going to describe it. She shoots the Kimimaro bone at her arm at the Naruto, and it pierces him. And we find out that, of course, that this was a clone, and we see that Sasuke jumped and replace himself with the real Naruto, and the clone is turned to ash. And at this moment, well, before I even go there, she notes that they really are Ashura's and Indra's transmigrants, which is, we already knew this. There's no need for her to quote this. I don't know why she did it. And while Naruto is getting closer to seal her, the real Naruto, Black Zetsu fires the Kimimaro bone out the arm he attached to on the ground through the portal that he opened on her right, and it's it appears right in front of Naruto, dead front in Naruto, and Kakashi, still falling down, turns around, and being the saving grace that he is, he Kamui's the bone before it can hit Naruto. Actually, he doesn't even just Kamui the bone, he Kamui's the whole portal. Like, that's messed up. Like, he just teleported your portal away to his dimension. That's real messed up, and Kaguya is shocked by this. And while this is happening, we see Sasuke on the back of one of the Naruto clones, and he jumps, replacing the shadow clone that got hit by the bone and turned into ash with himself. So he's now on Kaguya's left, and Naruto's on Kaguya's right, which is perfect because Sasuke's seal is on his left arm, Naruto's seal is on his right arm. It all works out in the end. And they're about to go and seal her, and she initially was going to jump into the ice dimension again to try to freeze them, but she realized that Sasuke has a Matarasu, and in this scene we see Sasuke's left eye is bleeding. I'm not sure if it's because he was setting up a Matarasu. I believe it's just because the strain of using his left eye, so much, or maybe it was a feint to make her think that he was going to use Matarasu. But they're just about like an inch away from touch her, and her plan is to just fly up in the way, till the sky we go. Yes, basically she jumps out of the reach, flying up. In this panel, we see Sakura falling down straight from the Susanoo that is turning into chakra, I guess, because Kakashi's no longer there. You know how Susanoo works. Falling down, about to do something useful for, oh my god, like she's letting everybody know, I'm a main character, don't forget about me. And she also says in this translation I'm reading that we're both women. I don't get why that was needed to be said, that you both are women. Okay, we know that you and Kaguya are women and have the vagina, but I, I, I guess this. I don't know. I don't know. I have no words to why that was a translation. Basically, she does what she does best and punches that respectful lady dead in her face, decking her right back down into Kakashi, not Kakashi, into Naruto and Sasuke so they can be sealed. And Black Zetsu is still shocked, and Kakashi is still falling. That is a very far height he's falling from. He was in the sky. He's not Naruto. He cannot fly. If he hits his ground, he is going to die. Just putting that out there. But anyways, the end of the final page is just, Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke come together to seal her. Sakura punches her back down to Naruto and Sasuke, and they're like an inch away. Actually, in this panel, they touch her, which is amazing. Like, so this whole chapter is just like, if you love Team 7 and you want a nostalgia feeling, you're gonna love this. It's pretty epic, but I'm gonna throw this out there right now. We all know Kaguya is not going to get sealed from this. There's no way, because then that would defy the point of one of the earlier chapters where the Rikudo Sinning, the sage of the sixth path, came back and told the Hokages he needs their help to do this jutsu. Like, it defies that point, because I believe the jutsu he was talking about was the jutsu he used to seal Kaguya. So yeah, I highly doubt she's going to be sealed by this, because of this chapter. It's possible. It's Kishimoto. But let's be honest, I don't really think, I just don't really think that's going to happen. just throwing that out there. But that's basically the end of the chapter. Oh my god, Sakura actually did something. Granted, it's something she always do, which is punch stuff, but oh my god, she's 2 for 2. She helped save Sasuke, and she punched Kaguya into the seal. Like, oh my god! Main character points, brownie points. Clap it up. Anyways, I'm being an asshole. Like, I don't have a problem with Sakura. It's just I like joking around. Anyways, that's the end of this review. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the chapter, what you thought of the review. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything I missed out of, or if there's anything I misspoken on. Your prediction for the chapter. Like I said, what you thought of it. And just, oh my god. Sakura actually punched her. She did something. I'm stuck on this. Anyways, like I said, I'm Forgotten Dreamer. I'll catch you guys later.